our QA engineer. She will give the first talk for tonight. Welcome again to Shield Foundry.
Thank you, Miss.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Shield Foundry again. I am Joan Merelos, one of the QA, and I've been doing automation testing for 5 years with the testing tool Selenium RC and 2 years for Cucumber. Please sit, everybody. Okay, I'm going to share with you about automation testing. But first, listen guys. I know you are all developers here, right?
Right!
Okay. So, as a developer, you develop new features. You make minor or major code changes. But, how can you make sure that your code changes will not break stuff? Or worse, explode the system. Kaboom. In here, one of the things that developer does, our awesome developer does, is they execute an automated test. So, what is an automated test? And what is automation testing? Well, what automation testing is when you use a software to control the execution of the test. So why did we decided to have automation testing? First, it is faster. Let's say we have this web page and you have to create 100,000 accounts. Of course, you can do it manually, but it'll take you several hours. But with automated tests, it will take you a couple of minutes. Second, automation testing is reliable. So, you put your automated test on a test suite that will run every deployment. The test will never be forgotten. Whereas, on the other hand, manual tester can forget or choose to forget to do a specific test. Third, automated tests facilitate code refactoring. So, when a developer makes some changes, he can just run the automated test and easily find out if his code changes made an impact to a system, whether it's not good or bad. Fourth, automated test is cheaper. You just have to pay once for the testing tools, if the testing tools is not free, of course. Well, in manual testing, you have to pay multiple times for the same work, like entering values on those text fields. First, we use Selenium Remote Control or Selenium RC. What does Selenium RC do? Selenium RC injects JS function into browser. Since it can do that, it can access disabled elements, so which is not very realistic when testing. And second, it is slow. As you can see on the picture, that is you need a Selenium server in order to communicate with the browser. And third, Selenium RC requires programming language. Well, not all team members knows how to program or understand programs. So, it is not very useful to everyone. And then, we choose Cucumber. So, why Cucumber? Well, Cucumber uses Jerkin syntax. Jerkin syntax means it's a natural language for testing. Let me show you a Jerkin syntax. As you can see, it is very readable and understandable even for those who don't program because it is written in plain English. So, how can we execute a Cucumber test? Well, we need to install several stuff. First, of course, Cucumber, and then any programming of your choice. In our case, it's Ruby. And third, you have to download Chrome driver, Firefox driver, or any browser driver. Fourth, you need to install Selenium Webdriver. So why do we need Selenium Webdriver? Cucumber describes the behavior of the user. Selenium Webdriver, it simulates the actions of the user. So Selenium Webdriver allows you to execute your test against different browsers. Compared to RC, Selenium WebDriver interacts with page element in a realistic way. You cannot input on the disabled text field. And also, it is much faster because you directly communicate with the browser. We need two files to execute the cucumber test. First, the feature file, and then the staff definition file. Here's an example of feature file. As you can see, this is where we put the jerky syntax. Your feature there is the way to describe the test script. Your scenario describes the test. The given specifies the context of the test. Your when specifies the action. And your then is the expected outcome. And then we have a special keyword end. End keyword combines two or more same type of action. So since end is written after when, it also specifies the actions. If end is written after given, it specifies the context of the test. Or after then the expected outcome. And also, feature file is used for non-technical members of the team, like BAs, PMs, for documentation. So let me show you an example of a steps definition file. Well, as you can see, every step in your feature file will have a matching step on your steps definition. So how can we have that step definition file? Okay. First, you need to execute your cucumber. You need to go to the path where your cucumber file is. When you execute cucumber, so here's your feature file. It'll give you the step definition file, which is very easy. You should only copy those to your steps definition file. Okay, I already made a steps definition with Ruby code. The driver here is your Selenium Webdriver. Now, Webdriver has several methods, of course. First, the get. Get opens a new web page. The find element, it finds element on your web page by locator. For example, ID, class, CSS, XPath, and send keys. Well, send keys here, it simulates a user typing on an actual keyboard. Okay, the first step is that you should be on a Google homepage. So you type driver get, google.com. And the second step here is when I search for shield foundry. As you may notice, I substitute shield foundry text with a regular expression. So whatever text you written on your feature file, it will catch this regular expression and that value will be placed on the arguments. And that arguments will be used for your Ruby code. So you find the element ID and you type in the shield foundry. The next step is you click the result. And then you should be taken to the shield foundry website. For us to know that we are taken to the shield foundry website, we should see this text. If not, it should raise an error. Okay. Let us run our feature file, but instead of searching for shield foundry, we search for Ruby programming language. You type in cucumber and it will open a new browser. You type in Ruby programming language and you're not taken to the Shield Foundry website. So you should get an error or a test page. Developers. Okay, there's an error. Shield Shield Foundry website that's shown. Now, let's make that test pass. All we have to do is we search for Shield Foundry. And then we will run again the cucumber. Google homepage, you search for Shield Foundry, you click the Shield Foundry text, update, and developer. After clicking the result, you should be taken to the Shield Foundry website. There. Right. So your test passed. Okay, that's how simple you do automation testing with Cucumber. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can approach me or email me at joan@showfoundry.com. Thanks.